Hey, y'all, we back with more drama from you-know-who, you guessed it. That big fish in a small pond, the one and only $3,000 wet-suited arm and hammer talking Hakeem Jeffries. Every single sentence that comes out of his mouth contains our beloved President Trump like he's obsessed or something. I sit up day and night piecing together these YouTubes to keep y'all up to date, and for the life of me, I can't figure out how he sleeps at night only to wake up in the morning and spew lies with a straight face. Yep, well, he's back at it again, and this time he's trying to be invisible by disguising himself as a leader when our beloved President Trump knows every move before that hack can even think of what it is. Now, y'all know by now that he ain't no match for the great one, and this is turning into a cartoon, like the coyote trying to catch or trick the roadrunner. Trump is out here playing multi-level chess, while Hakeem is still trying to figure out which way the board goes. So stay with me on this one, for I'm here to tell you his next move. Now hold up, before I go too deep into this, I'm here to tell you what to look out for in my upcoming video. Think of this video right here as a primer. I'm setting the stage, but the main event is coming up right after this. I'm working double time to get that real deal deep dive footage ready for y'all, and I'm gonna drop it the second I get it all pieced together. So y'all make sure you stay tuned and watch all the way to the end, because that watch time is extremely important for this hungry YouTube algorithm they got running. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. You can always take it back later if this video doesn't suit you, but you don't want to miss what's coming. I put the picture above so you can see where everything is. All you have to do is drop down below, hit that notification bell, and make sure you select all. That's the only way you're going to be notified of the videos I have to offer to keep you abreast of things from a different angle. Okay, y'all, let's jump right into this mess. Yesterday, you saw the meltdown, but today, I'm showing you the money-wasting scheme they're trying to pull in Albany to save Hakeem's Speaker of the House spot. While the mainstream media is asleep at the wheel, I'm giving you the new information post that just broke today, May 13th, 2026. Jeffries just launched what he's calling the New York Democracy Project, but the real sauce is the 14-seat trap. He's looking at the maps in the South, seeing black districts getting erased in places like Louisiana after that Callais ruling, so he's trying to rearm right here in the Empire State. He's looking at the gavel as if he's gonna be the next Speaker of the House, but I'm telling you right now, it ain't happening. He just sent his heavy hitter Rep. Joe Morelle straight to Albany. Now let's talk about who Joe Morelle is. This man is the U.S. representative for New York's 25th District out of Rochester, and he's the ranking member of the House Administration Committee. But more importantly, he's the former majority leader of the New York State Assembly. He knows exactly where the bodies are buried in that building. Morelle was just spotted meeting with Governor Hochul to authorize a mid-decade update to the New York maps. He's there to pull the coat of the legislative bosses. Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart Cousins, the first woman and first African-American woman to lead a New York legislative chamber, and Assembly Speaker Callais, the first African-American to hold that position. These are historic figures famous for breaking the glass ceiling, but now they're being asked to break the rules. Jeffries is even leaning on Michael Gerrymandering, the deputy majority leader from Queens, to push a bill to bypass the bipartisan committee and draw the maps however they want. They're trying to force through 3 to 5 new Democrat seats in New York alone to offset the losses they just took in the Virginia Supreme Court in Louisiana. This is the 14-seat trap exposed. And get this, there's a massive dirty trick being discussed. Democrats are considering a bill to lower the retirement age of Virginia Supreme Court justices to 54, just to force the conservative judges off the bench so they can ram their maps through. Can you imagine? That is the definition of absolute desperation. This is the Hakeem in a fish tank vibe I'm talking about. He's gasping for air while the Albany backers are being corked by Trump. Woo! Now y'all look at the sauce. This man Hakeem is out here looking like a goldfish in a blender. He's trying to tell the people in Albany to throw another $20 million into a legal fire that's already burned them once before. But Hakeem is hitting the wall. The money folks in Albany have let him know they ain't trying to waste tens of millions of dollars on another legal plot that might get slapped down by the high court. They remember the 2022 disaster when their maps got shredded like a bad report card. While Hakeem is playing checkers with these little local schemes, Trump is playing multi-level chess with the soul of the country. The Trump administration has already secured a massive win at SCOTUS with the Detox stay, keeping the lines in place for Staten Island. Even if the Supreme Court of New York tries to play ball with these demon rats, Trump has prepped the legal challenges to freeze this move until after the 2026 midterms. Wait, do you see the rhythm here? It's a rhythmic heist. They try to steal a seat in New York to replace a seat they lost in Alabama. They try to gerrymander a line in Queens to make up for the line they lost in the Virginia raids. It's a shell game, y'all, and Hakeem is moving the cups, but his hands are shaking so bad he's dropping the P. He's out here talking about voting rights when we all know he's talking about Hakeem's rights to keep that $3,000 suit in a position of power. This man is obsessed. He wakes up with Trump on his mind. He goes to lunch with Trump on his mind. And I bet he probably dreams about Trump tucking him into that fish tank at night. Let's look at this New York democracy project for what it really is. It's a slush fund. It's a way to funnel donor money into the pockets of the same lawyers who failed them in 2022. They want to call it democracy, but in a republic, we call it a scam. Hakeem is gonna fail because he's fighting a 20th century war against a 21st century machine. Thursday's briefing isn't about voting rights. It's a desperate attempt to keep a failed caucus, which really is just a fancy word for his group of political buddies, on life support. The establishment is scrambling because the street ain't buying what they're selling anymore. People of color are looking at their grocery bills and then looking at Hakeem's suit and realizing the math don't add up. Come on now, look at the audacity of Joe Morelle walking into Kathy Hochul's office like he owns the place, trying to tell her to authorize a mid-decade update. Y'all, they only do updates after the census every 10 years. Trying to do it now is like trying to change your answers after the teacher already graded the test. It's cheating, plain and simple, and they're doing it because they know the 14-seat trap is the only thing standing between them and a total GOP blowout in 2026. They are panicking because the blue wall in New York is looking more like a blue fence with the gate left wide open. And I gotta tell y'all about this Virginia retirement age move. This is the one that really gets my blood boiling. They want to pass a law saying you gotta retire at 54? They are trying to purge the bench of anyone with a lick of common sense or experience. It's a judicial coup. They want to replace them with activist judges who will look at a snake-shaped map and call it a straight line. But Trump is already 10 steps ahead. He's naming names, he's pulling records, he's making sure that every single one of these Albany backers knows that if they sign on to Hakeem's hustle, they're going down with the ship. Jeffries is out here trying to chase the roadrunner, but Trump just calmly steps inside and watches that coyote hit the brick wall he painted himself. The coyote thinks there's a tunnel there. He thinks there's a way out, but bam! Reality hits him right in his $3,000 face. It is a beautiful sight. They are throwing millions of dollars into the abyss, thinking they can manufacture a majority out of thin air. But the American voter is awake. The political detox is working. We are flushing the toxins out of the system, and the biggest toxin right now is the lies coming out of Hakeem's mouth. Let's perform a forensic scour of this Thursday briefing. They're going to stand up there with their somber faces, talking about disenfranchisement and protecting the ballot, but what they're really doing is protecting their own paychecks. They're protecting their ability to fly on private jets and go to fancy dinners while the rest of us are trying to figure out if we can afford eggs this week. The righteous indignation is real, y'all. We are tired of the hustle. We are tired of the arm and hammer talk. We want the truth. And the truth is, the 14-seat trap is a failure. It's a desperate, last-ditch effort by a man who knows his time is up. Hakeem Jeffries is going to be remembered as the coyote of the 119th Congress, the man who tried every gadget, every trick, and every legal maneuver only to end up at the bottom of the canyon with an anvil on his head. Someone help me say it. The Trump administration is beating the Dems on their own game, and it is glorious.
glorious to witness. We are witnessing the dismantling of a crime syndicate disguised as a political party. We are witnessing the end of the democracy project and the beginning of the republic's restoration. Stay awake, y'all. Stay alert. Keep your eyes on the board and your heart in the movement. We are naming names and we are pulling records. The house cleaning is just beginning, and Hakeem is the first thing being swept out the door. The Dems are panicking, and it's a beautiful, beautiful sight to see. I need 20 solid comments on this video immediately so the algorithm will spread the truth they're trying to hide. Is the 14-seat trap gonna work, or is Hakeem just whistling past the graveyard? Let's talk about that Thursday, May 14th briefing in the comments.